Okay, welcome back to the Day of Magic. Again, I'm Dr. Evelyn Paglini. And I have promised you that when you go home tonight, you're going to have a lot to do. You're going to have a lot to search out, to get started on, and hopefully you're going to benefit yourselves, your loved ones, your family, your friends, and if you got the time, the world needs a little help too. Sir, you had a question.
Yeah, I've got some questions, and some of these are better left for the question and answer session later, just say so. Okay, must you specify where you're bouncing the negative energy for your quest to be successful?
No, if you just want to remove it, then all you're going to do is you're going to consecrate, okay, an image candle, depending on what is going on, meaning you're in a lot of negativity. I mean, it has been raining on your parade and you're down to the straw. Then I would suggest, rather than getting a plain black image male candle, that I got a reverse candle, because it works faster and it does take off and reverse from you anything that has been sent to you, anything that is blocking and stopping you. What you want to concentrate on, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty here, and I'm going to use cleansing, and I thank you, sir. The most important thing that one should remember when doing a cleansing is to acknowledge the fact that you have negativity. After you have consecrated it in your first and your last name, and you have lit the candle, and you begin your meditation and your visualization, I want you to picture yourself like you have fallen in mud. It's baked and caked on you from head to toe. And it represents all of that negativity, whether it's a cycle you're in or something that has been sent. As the candle burns, you're going to start to see that baked and caked on mud that represents the negativity flaking off, oozing off, falling off. Ooh, my hair is clean. My ears are clean. My neck is clean. As the candle burns, your 30 to 45-minute meditation per day, from the beginning of the head to the toes, you are going to remove the negativity, that baked and caked on mud, until every part of your body is baby smooth, baby clean, and fresh, and innocent, and pure. Every single day, consecutively, not necessarily the same time, but consecutively, you're going to do the amount of energy you can give it. I prefer a half an hour to 45 minutes for people to start to see a result quickly. If you cannot hold the attention, I said 15 minutes is fine. But I need all your energy in that 15 minutes. Yes?
Is that on either image candles or glass candles?
No, only image candles. Your glass candles are only 15 minutes. Now, if you never shut them off, you do not have to do another 15 minutes. You've already sent it out. You've given the order. But if you stop it in its tracks by snuffing it out, you have to not reconsecrate it with oil, but you do have to give it its directive and its orders again. So it is another 15 minutes. So you have to do that before you can touch the image candle.
Question.
After
Mm-hmm.
put many of them together. But
Yes.
When I was taught to do this years ago, I was told that frankincense and sandalwood was a good anointing.
Yes, it is.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Do you have to use the oils pertaining to whatever?
No.
Because that confuses me to no end.
No, but I'll tell you, if I am going to want to stimulate someone's libido, I want to attract a man in my life, or I want one that I already have, okay, to be a little bit more amorous. I am not going to use frankincense and sandalwood. I'm going to use love's fire. I'm going to use attraction. I'm going to use come to me. I'm going to use compelling. I'm going to use something that's going to get the job done, not wish it could. Now, speaking of, oh yes, honey, I'm sorry. What was your question?
I have two.
One. Go ahead.
I have two. Well, the one you just brought up to me.
Yes.
The little one first. You happened in the last thing noticing talked about a male candle.
I most certainly did, sir. Ma'am, I just picked up a male image candle when I was talking about cleansing.
Oh, I didn't know they were male and female.
Yes, there's each color has a male and female of it.
Thank you. Then the main question is, with the image candles,
Yes.
once it's burned down, is it complete? Is the message complete?
Yes.
That's it.
Now, if I am dealing with a negative, whether it's mine or somebody else's that I've taken off, you know, I'm having trouble with the boss at work, see, and I want to change the person and their feeling toward me. I'm still going to use a black candle to get away from that negative influence and to change them. Then later I can always get a pink, give them a little bit more love, a little more peace around me. But if I'm using a black, I don't want to put it near me. I want to get rid of the image candle and the glass candles that I have used in the black. And I want them away from me. So go to another dumpster, honey. Go take them for a ride. I don't care. Get rid of them. But if I want to hold a person close to me, I'm going to bury it in a plant in my house, or I'm going to bury it in my backyard, or I'm going to bury it somewhere, but I'm going to mark it. Because in case I get what I want, and I've had it for a while, and then I realize, oh my God, I'm not supposed to have it. I better be able to find where I put it. Because I have one person for the last 20 years that can't get rid of this one person she brought to her because she can't find where the hell she put the candles. So it is important. When you're using any other color like the grounding or the green or the white, that is not necessary. You can keep them close by if you would like, or you can throw them away. Now, your image candles, please understand. Put something under, people, because these are wax and they do melt. All right, so put something under to catch this. Now, since so many people want love and romance in their life, whether I am a male or a female, I am going to naturally choose that image candle that is representative of me and my gender. I am going to take the appropriate oil because, see, if I want someone into my life and I don't have anyone, then I'm going to need some attraction oil. And I'm going to use maybe a little come to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to consecrate it in my first and my last name the way I showed you how. Then I'm going to get a male image candle. That's going to represent, you know, my knight in shining armor. And I'm going to use the attraction and the compelling. And I'm going to consecrate it in the name of any man who has the attributes, or the woman who has the attributes that I desire. Responsibility, sharing, caring, consideration, love, trustworthiness, etc., etc. So you don't have to have a name of a person, but you have to see in your mind's eye, What kind of a person do you want? What qualities do you want that person to have? That's what you're focusing on. Not so much the height, the weight, the coloring, the age. But is he going to be your soulmate? Is he going to be interested in who you are and where you're going and what you're doing? Is he going to be supportive? Is she going to be helpful, inspirational, your partner? And what you're going to do is you're going to start them out a good 16 or 18 inches apart, facing each other. You're going to light them. And you are going to see the action coming from the person that you need. I'm a female. I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to magnetize to me the male. I'm a male and I want a woman. I'm going to magnetize to me the female. After you are done with your half an hour, 45 minutes of meditation visualization, to attract that person, seeing them coming by plane, by train, by boat, on a camel, in a Ferrari. See them in action coming to you. When the ritual is done, remember, these are people. They're not real easy to pick up and move. So what you're going to do is pull it closer to you. Action from to you. You don't push them together. You stay still. The action comes here. Each and every single night. Now, when one of these image candles reaches the buttocks, make sure that they are both together and tie them, which is called the binding action, with a red string or a red ribbon if it's thin, and continue burning. Now, don't call me and say, but one of them is and one of them isn't. If one of them hit the buttocks area, put them together and bind them. Okay, we've attracted, but now we got to stimulate the libido. We can't go into pink. We've got to still use red. Why? Passion. Passion. Red. So once we got him, or her, we can now name them and do it again. One person or the other. But what if I already have someone in my life and I want to make it stronger? Or maybe I want to really bring it to new heights. Or maybe have them pop the question. Or pay attention a little more. Peace, love, and harmony is pink. I love him, he loves me. Consecrate in his name. Consecrate in your name. Start them out 16, 18 inches apart. Each night we bring them closer. But this time we say, you need me. You want me. You desire me. You cannot live without me. You see my face no matter where you go. By plane, by train, by boat, by camel, this person must come to you, must be with you, must cherish you, must love you, must be supportive of you. Why? Because in your meditation, in your visualization, that's what you saw. You saw yourselves holding hands, laying on the beach, laying in the sand, making love by the moonlight, going shopping, house hunting, furniture gathering, engagement ring hunting, whatever. Getting to the altar. We'll talk about that later. You need me, you want me, you desire me, you cannot live without me. You see my face before you, no matter where you go. Binding action when one of the image candles reaches the buttocks. Question.
Same red string, the binding action.
Pardon me?
The red string, the same binding action.
Yes. No, red. You still bind a person on the physical. Then you can bind them on the spiritual, and then you can use white. But I would first bind them on the physical, and that's always red. That's always your largest vibration, your highest vibration, your strongest is the physical. As we go down the color spectrum, we're getting into the spiritual. So when you want to, then later you can get into spiritual, and you can also use the white. Yes, ma'am.
So before you do all this, you do the half-hour meditation that we did this morning?
You won't need a half an hour. Once you have perfected your relaxation, meditation, visualization, you're going to be there, honey. You're going to be there. And you're centered. Now, you've already taken care of your area. You've cleansed it. You've purified it. You've anointed it. You've smudged it. You've put all your instruments. You've consecrated all your instruments. Everything is pristine and ready for you to go to work. You can take, as I had mentioned, some holy herb, and you can also use that. You can scatter some boldo leaves around it for protection. You can put some bayberry to attract good fortune. Yes, sir.
Do you have to cleanse and purify before every ceremony?
No, all you're doing is cleansing the area that you're setting up. If it's a portable, let's say you're using an area that is going to be used for something else later. Yeah, you do. Because again, what you're going is the same thing like when you go to a church. It's sanctified, honey. It's pure. It's holy. So what you want to do is you want to always keep that area that you're using. Plus you will notice that it will build up its own energy because of you. You start getting a powerhouse. Then later, when we get into 102, we'll start learning how to call down a cone of power. But before we do that, let me give you one more thing. And I'm not going to get into it a lot. I'm going to share a smidgen. Because believe me, what you've gotten today, I don't want you on overload. But one little extra assistant. The moon. Do you realize that the moon does have a fabulous and wonderful vibration and power? And we don't have to just wait for the full moon to become a lunatic. We can wait for the full moon to give us extra power. Now, if I tap into the full moon, and I tap into it, and I use red, and I use green, because what I'm going after, okay, is I am going after prosperity and better business. And I want to bring it on home. Then what have I done? Here, quickly, power, energy, now. Attract it to me. What? Money, wealth, success, prosperity, better business. To who? To bring it on home to me. So, I have put in attraction oil. I have put in maybe a little prosperity and better business or money. And I have consecrated it in money, fast luck, better business, prosperity, in my name or whoever I'm doing it for. Now, what have I done when you are looking at the image candle is facing here, solar plex, chi force, see it? Here. 1, 2, 3. I light the red one first because I want to power and I need the attraction. And I'm going to do 15 minutes. Then I'm going to light the green because I know what it is, right? What I want from it. It's going to go out there and it is going to magnetize to me the success, the prosperity, the better business, the money. 15 minutes. And now I'm going to light this candle. The image candle that represents me. And what am I doing? I have established in magical terms what is called a triune. That's right, people. We're getting into real magic here. 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, back. Triune. The energy builds and builds and builds and builds and attracts like magnets and brings that which you desire. Remember your triunes, no matter what colors you're using. They will give you added power. Now we ask the moon for help. Now, it's not full, but it's waxing. Oh, what is a waxing moon? It's a builder. If I'm starting something new, a new project, a new business, a new romance, a new job, a new diet, what do I want? The waxing of the moon. If I have it available, for God's sake, tap into it. I looked out the window, and it was a waning moon. Well, okay. There's a lot I want to get rid of. There's a lot I want to let go. There's a lot I want to clean out. Resolution 2. Conclusion thereof. Amicably satisfied. Outcome of the court case, lawsuit, or the car and the house I bought. The test I took. Anything I want to let go, anything I want to get rid of, anything I want to dissolve, anything I want to remove. Waning of the moon. So remember, people, new moon, full moon, extra strength, extra power. Waxing of the moon, go for it. Waning of the moon, get rid of it. A little extra power. That natural magic gives us. The essential oils, and there are booklets that you have been sent. There are catalogs back there. There is a list of the different common, there are hundreds, people, hundreds of essential oils out there and herbs. I have put together a specific short list that will get most of the job done that you need. And I'm telling you, even with some good practitioners, it'll get the job done. If you want, by all means, check out more herbs and more essential oils. Get into nature, okay, and all its plentiful assistance that it wants to give you. You'd be surprised what you will get. You had a question?
Yeah, on the quality of oils. We've been for aromatherapy using some from Utah called Young Living. His theory is that if the oil is not obtained under low pressure, the oil molecule is fractured and is not as high quality. Do you have any comments?
Okay, that could very, very be possible. Very, very definitely, yeah. But you know what I'm more interested in and more concerned? And I'm not talking, although I will talk about, let's say, a lavender or a carnation. I have noticed that there are some manufacturers out there that dilute their oils. And I'm not appreciative because I need all the help it can give me. So the oils that I blend myself, number one, and I buy them from all over the world. And I'm real persnickety about the oils I use. And when it comes to a blend of oil, and there are many people in this room who have watched me blend, I will put anywhere between 9, 11, and 14 different oils to accomplish one thing. I don't cover one base, I cover every base. So make sure that if you're going to go out and get an oil, find a good source. You don't have to just buy it from me, honey. All right? Find a source out there. If you're going to get out there and you're going to buy the store brand, understand they have cut it. And you're getting one. If you went out and got a protection oil, you would probably get only one thing, like a rosemary or a myrrh, and diluted at that. You take a protection oil blended by me or any true practitioner, it should take anywhere between 9 and 11 different oils to cover that base. So make sure the essential oils that you buy are as pure as they can be with the quality, and that they're not strictly, the manufactured garbage that is diluted out there. Any other question? Yes.
How much precision is required to blend these special blends?
How much what, honey?
Precision.
And I think I said this outside, I have been teaching for 25 years, and I have been in this all my life. And what happens is, it's like when you're making a soup, you know how many pinches to put in, you know how many touches to put in. And so what happens is you develop a sense. But also, how much are you making? Are you making this much, or are you making 2 ounces? And so therefore, also, when you read rosemary, myrrh, okay, they represent something. How much of that do you need in that bottle? Oh, I don't need quite that much. I need more of the rosemary, less of the myrrh. But I think I'd better put a little dash of frankincense. Or maybe I'll put a little clove. See? Or maybe I'll put a little patchouli because I want a little separation quality going for me. You become a blender. That's why it's good to get out there and get yourself some good grade oils and start blending. You'll love it. You'll love it. Your senses will come alive.
Do you give classes on that?
I don't have time. But I may write something about it. Also, beside the blending of the oils, get into aromatherapy. Because again, in a pureness of the oil, you can use it to enhance your psyche, to stimulate, to revitalize, to rejuvenate, to balance, to remove stress. Okay? You'd be surprised what's out there for you, people. All you've got to do is do the searching, sir.
You mentioned how we consecrate the image candle.
Yes.
What do we do with the soldier candle?
Soldier candle is also a consecration, but you're consecrating it to what you want it to do. So you're using the oils and you're saying, I consecrate thee to do, bring me money, hold him firm, go out and magnetize.
Now we use 3 fingers for the image candle.
Yes. This you're just going to put a couple of drops in and go all the way around. Please don't float the oil in the candle. Okay, don't saturate the wick. Now I'm going to give you another little hint. Candles, once consecrated for their purpose, become like a barometer. If a candle, image or otherwise, burns very quickly and hot, what you're doing is getting in. If it's burning slow, the flame is hardly lit. It's giving you resistance. Get in there with a bigger bulldozer. Give it more action and more time and more energy and center and concentrate. Understand their barometers. I have given a reverse candle to a person, very, very well-known person. It would take 8 days for this person to remove the negativity that they had on them, only because that's how much was there, and that's how good the practitioner was who put it on her.
You could keep relighting the same candle as it would go out?
Absolutely. Absolutely, but you don't have to put more oil in. Please don't do that. You'll bury it in oil, and it will not function. You will also notice at times, okay, that the candle may get black. First of all, check how much oil you put in. If you did not put in a lot, you only put in a drop, again, that's part of the resistance. And so that means you got to get in there with a frame of mind that it is your will that will prevail. So be it, it is done. Now, some of you will have great success the first time that you do your meditation and visualization using these candles. Others, because of what they are attempting to do or stave off or get rid of or acquire, it may take more than once to get it. The best way I can put this, if I want it, I'm not going to stop until I get it. If I want you, you're mine. Get it? I had said on the Art Bell show that sometimes this kind of knowledge is dangerous, and you're right. And I have put out many, many classes so that people out here like yourselves can learn how to combat and put up a psychic shield of protection for those individuals out there, because of the proliferation of material, who you would not believe would ever try to send you something that is negative. If you feel that you have something going on that is negative, if you feel something has been placed on you and it's not coming off, I mean, it's not a negative cycle that ends, then by all means use the tools that I have given you to cleanse yourself and to put up a shield of protection. Whether you want to or not, send a boomerang, set up a mirror, that's your prerogative. But at least now you have the proper tools to understand psychic self-defense. Why I made the statement I did. Not just in my world anymore, but in the layman's world out there. I am finding more and more people out there who have been using natural magic, and they come from the premise I just said. If I want you, you're mine. They don't get off of you. So what you need to do is know how to protect yourself. You got to know how to combat it. You have to know psychic self-defense. So what I'm trying to do is to give you the tools so that if there is someone out there, even if they don't mean to, but they are wishing you ill, and they are wishing it with such ferocity, intensity, and determination that it starts to fall upon you, you will know how to cleanse it, and you'll know how to put up a shield of protection. You have a question, ma'am?
Two questions, quick ones. When are the male and female candles used, and do these candles give off a scent?
When are the male and female candles used?
Aren't they,
Oh, you mean the two that are together? Okay. These happen to represent marriage candles. Okay? There are other candles that are union candles. They're called lovers. I just grabbed these because this is what I felt would be needed here today. If I want to get married and I want to attract the right man to marry, what's the color?
Red.
If I am married and I want to strengthen my marriage, or I'm having a little problem with my marriage, white. Okay? Do I want to use it and flank it? Why wouldn't I? I've consecrated me in my name. I've consecrated him in his name. And now I'm going to back it up and flank it with what I need. Need a little more passion? Red. I need a little more love? Okay, pink. I need a little bit more understanding, orange or yellow.
If you're having something like financial difficulties, would you use green with it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. If you, whatever you want to bring to your marriage, use the colors. If you haven't got them yet, you got to get them first. So you can start out with a marriage candle if, you're going out, but you want to get married. You use that. If you haven't got somebody, remember, you got to start by bringing them in and attracting them. Yes, honey?
Can you use that for someone else, like for my daughter?
Absolutely. That's what every one of these image candles are for. Remember, one is for you or the subject that you're working on. That's the idea. You can go out and buy marriage candles, lovers candles. Get your sister, your old Mabel that never wasn't going to get married. Yes, ma'am.
The bigger candles, you're saying that you bring them together each night?
Yes, but
How many candles, how long does one candle last?
No, understand. Remember when I said the candle's a barometer?
Yeah.
It'll either burn slow or it'll burn fast. If you are doing it correctly, meaning you're not thinking about how much you love him, but how much you want him to love you, then your candle is going to burn slower and his is going to burn faster because you're the one he's working on is you, right? You're working on him.
Right.
Okay, so.
That wasn't the question.
Yes, you said.
I mean, my intent. My intent is the fact that if you bring them closer each night.
Yes.
Does that mean a different set of candles each night?
No, I said each candle is lit. You're going to do a half an hour to 45 minutes per night. Each night you're going to move one of them.
You can put it up. You can put it up and start over the next.
Yes, but you're going to, before you finish that evening, move one of them closer. Okay. When one of them reaches the buttocks, you immediately must put them together and tie them, and then finish it, and then bury it, or get rid of it. Yes.
And bringing truth into a relationship.
White.
White.
Yeah.
White marriage. Is that
Truth will give you white. If you want clarity, a little more inspiration, I'd back it up with yellow. But the image candle I would use would be white. Absolutely. Ma'am.
On your triune, the candle that represents yourself,
Yes.
is there a
Any candle that you're working on that's a person must hit the chief force. Must be the point of the pyramid or the triune. It's facing you. Here is your flanks. Here is your image. It forms a triune. The image is to me.
and what color would it be?
Whatever you're working on. I want money, green. I want to remove a negative, black.
The image candle.
Image candle, yes ma'am, whatever color. It must be corresponding to. Okay, we're going to get into the knob candles next, but go ahead.
Kind of not related to relationship.
Sure, honey.
If you have like entities in your house,
Yeah.
your apartment messing
Yeah.
around with you, what combination would you use to protect yourself? Get rid of them? What?
Very good. Thank you. Glad you offered. Cleansing of an environment is totally different. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to use a smudge stick. You're going to smudge the entire house. You're going to start from the front and you're going to work your way back. Every room of the house. make sure that you leave one area of either a window or a door open, only one, so that you are allowing the entity, spirit, or negative energy to be able to escape. And I'm going to tell you something, as you move it from room to room, you're going to feel its presence and its buildup. After you have smudged it, that's where you are going to take your sulfur purifier, and you are going to put it on the outside of every single door. You're going to cross the threshold with it. And you're going to state out loud and firmly that there is no evil or negativity that can cross this threshold.
That's sulfur?
Sulfur. Next, you're going to take black salt, depending on how much you got going on in your home. And you're going to put it on the inside of every threshold, starting with the front door, back door, bathroom doors, closet doors, bedroom doors, across the threshold, same words.
Say the words again.
There is no evil or negativity that can cross this threshold. Black salt. You have 3 lines of defense. Your sea salt is your base. Your sulfur is your second, and your black salt is your third.
What do you do with sea salt?
Same thing, you could put it in a pinch in every room of the house. You could square off your bed. And you're going to make a statement out loud and firmly that there is no evil or negativity that can stay within the walls. Now we know when we have walls have ears. Now you know why you do a cleansing when you move into a place, so that you do not inherit that which has been there before. Sea salt, black salt, sulfur, smudge stick. Then I would suggest you get either a cleansing oil and or a rosemary or a myrrh. You can place these on the doors, the windows, as well as the headboard or frame of the bed. And again, you're going to state out loud and firmly, especially if you're crossing or squaring off the bed, or if you're anointing the headboard, or you're anointing your front or your back door, you're going to state out loud and firmly, there is no evil or negativity that can cross this barrier. When it is completely done, every place in that home is done, the last thing you do is say, "So be it. It is done."
The sea salt you put,
Every pinch, a pinch in every room of the house, bathroom, every room.
every inch,
I have to take a break. All right?
every pinch?
5 minutes. We'll be back. We have taken our final break. We're going to get into some more of your questions, and we are also going to get into the knob candles, and we are going to get into the essential oils and how you can use them, and how you can use these oils other than for just the consecration of your glass candle or your image candles. Okay, first of all, please understand, a knob candle comes generally in the red, in the black, in the green, and in the white. Please understand the color is still representative. You see that there are 7 knobs. When you are using a knob candle, it is either, remember the double-edged sword, people, to untie or to bind. That means if I want to tie you up emotionally in knots, I'm going to use red. If I want to unbind me from that which is blocking me, stopping me, and is negative or has been done to me, I am going to use black, and I'm going to untie the knot. If I have been having financial problems, worries, and situations and difficulties, and I want to untie what has been blocking me and stopping me in the money area, I'm going to use green. Knowledge is a double-edged sword. If I want to tie you up in knots, if I want to tie your emotions, your romance, or your love life, if I want to affect your money, your success, your business, your prosperity, I can tie you up financially. And the white, healing, health, one way or the other. Spirituality, one way or the other. Balance in your life, one way or the other. Shield of protection, one way or the other. Knob candles can be burned a knob a night. Or, if you have the time and you have the energy, you burn 2. Or 3. Or all. Do I consecrate the knob candle? Yes. Do I use an appropriate essential oil? Yes. Oils on the fingers, all the way up, all the way down. North Pole, South Pole, called dressing a candle. Oils can be worn. I want to attract money, fast luck, prosperity, better business, friendship, mate, lover. Where do you wear your oils? Forehead, throat, solar plex or chi force, which is above the belly button. What else can I do with it? I've already told you could put it on the front door and the back door and the windows and the headboard. But did you know that if you was money and fast luck and prosperity and better business, I can put it on my phone, my computer, my checkbook, my desk, my chair, my contracts, my legal documents, my product, my business front door, my business back door. You can use prosperity, better business, attraction, fast luck, money in the cash register, on the wallet, in the purse. They are wearable, they are usable, they are multifaceted. Not only can you consecrate, not only can you anoint, but you can also enhance what you are attempting to bring into the physical plane of existence. Herbs also. Not only can you surround yourself with them. Remember the bayberry? You know, bayberry in certain areas of the house or certain areas of their business, and they say where bayberry is, money also is. If I want some protection, Bodo leaves. Bodo leaves. You can also put them in a mojo bag and carry them. You can put it in a wallet. You can put it in a purse. You can put it in a pocket. You can put those herbs to protect you, to keep you safe, away from harm, accident, for traveling. If I'm going into the lion's den, I'm visiting my in-laws, I'm going to put some protection oil on and I'm going to throw a little bit in my purse, maybe some herbs, a little oil. There are so many different ways to use the things that you have. If I want to contain someone, and I want to contain their energy and their power, and not allow it out, sulfur, sea salt, black salt, depending on the level of protection and containment that I need. What do I do with it? I surround it. The image, candle only. Can I use anything else? You can go to a metaphysical store and get virgin parchment paper. And you can also write your desires and your wishes and your goals, including the names of the people like yourself and anybody else you're working on. And you can also burn the parchment paper with your image candle. Please put an incense burner so that it will catch the ashes. Now, if there are any questions, I would like to go into them further for you. If you have situations that you would like some clarification on, I will be more than happy to try and give you that clarification. Please understand, again, a votive candle, a taper candle, or a glass candle are soldiers and backups. Now, you can have 2, you can have 4, you can have 6, your desire. Just make sure that what you're putting on there is going to correspond with what you are attempting to manifest. Image candles, whether it's 1 or 2, male or female or all female. After consecration and after meditation and visualization, snuff out the candle. Don't walk away from that candle when that candle is lit, because you have stopped your process. You will not get the results you're looking for. When you're going to begin any meditation, visualization, take the time and ask yourself, is this important to me? Do I want it? Do I need it? Do I need the help of it? Or the stopping or the blocking of it? Then if I need it, take the time, unclutter the mind. Don't be interrupted. Shut off the phone. Center yourself. Put yourself in the right frame of mind and body and spirit. If you want to do a fasting, okay. If you want to do a cleansing, shower, bath, okay. If you want to anoint the body, okay. If you want to put robes on that are specific for the work you're going to be doing, okay. If you want to use an effigy or a deity that represents, okay, the belief that you have. Okay? What you feel comfortable with. What doesn't get you here and say, you know what, I don't want to do that. Then don't. The idea of natural magic is to get in touch with yourself, to get in touch with nature, and to get in touch with the divine power that God gives you, that places in you and is around you. What you don't like, let go of. What you find that you like and is new and rings a bell and feels right and feels good, go for. When you're seeking out other people that have knowledge, whether it be lectures, workshops, classes, tapes, books, understand something. Find out where they're coming from. Find out where their heart and their soul belongs. If they're telling you sweetness and light, like I listen to all these people who tell me they're white witches, because you see they want to make sure that I believe that they are going to be doing nothing but white magic. And yet, within 5 to 10 minutes of conversation, they are telling me how they're going to affect their sister-in-law, next door neighbor, or boss. Do I want that as a master? Do I want that as a teacher? That person is totally out of balance. I tell you each and every time, again and again, this knowledge is for you, for your happiness, for your betterment, to achieve your goals, to help your friends and your family and your loved ones. It's not to turn on them. It's not to control them. It's not to manipulate them. It's not to pay them back unjustly. The knowledge you seek, you are gaining. With it comes responsibility. You can't hide from it. If you're going to use the knowledge, be justified if you're going to use the opposite of it. When somebody tells me I'm a white witch, they're telling me they don't know really anything. There is no color in magic. There is no color in any religion that uses magic. The color is in the hands of the wielder of the power. The color is in the hands of the wielder of the power. A gun is neutral. You put it in the hand of a police officer, he serves and protects. But you put it in the hands of another individual and he'll kill. The gun is neutral, it's a power. It took a person to point it and to pull the trigger. These are powers. Knowledge is power. You make the determination of how you use it. Hopefully today, you're going to learn to use it wisely. You're going to learn to use it for yourself as well as for others. And you're going to use it justifiably when it is necessary to fight an evil or a negative, because you have the understanding, the knowledge, the tools, and the power to do so. It's easy to be good when you don't have the tools to do otherwise. I have given you the tools today. It is your path. You will walk it. Please remain in balance. I thank you. All right, now if there's any questions, let's get at them quickly. Yes, sir.
I know nothing except what I've learned today. I don't know who to trust out there as far as reading material. Do you have any reading material, or can you recommend some?
Okay, first of all, because I don't know the level of expertise you would like to go into, I'll give you some basics. There's very good Lucher's color test book on color. There's very good books on magic like Scott Cunningham, Earth Power, Valente, Natural Magic, Ledbetter. God, there's so many. If you want to get into even more magic, high magic, Israel Regardi, Cornelius Agrippa, Mathers, goes on and on and on. Go to a metaphysical store. Check out, okay, the subject matter that you're looking for. Read the background of the individual, the bios on them. Find out if they have other books. Find out where their reputation is coming from, where their training has been. And like anything else, read it. What feels good, what hits you good, you know it's right, you know it's okay, go for it. What doesn't feel right, it's coming from the wrong place, it's coming from the dark side, leave it alone. Yes? Any person that has been in this classroom today, if they would like a copy of this tape, hopefully it will be out sometime the middle of March, and you will be able to order the tape as soon as we know. It will be less than what you paid, okay? You will get a discount, don't worry about that. I will know as soon as our engineers know. Yes, ma'am.
You told me we have to talk about glaucoma and cataract.
Yes. You can, when you are dealing with any health issue, use a healing oil and a white, either male or female image candle, which represents healing. In your visualization technique, naturally what you are doing is concentrating on the areas that have the problem or the affliction or the malfunction or the disorder. And so once again, concentration like a laser beam to form that area and to see it and to heal it. To see it whole. In other words, first acknowledge you have the problem. Then slowly but surely take care of the problem. See the problem decimated, released, pulverized, white.
And so both glaucoma and cataract.
Absolutely, because you're dealing with health, honey. You're dealing with healing. Any form of healing. Any form. Wherever it may be, it makes no difference. Because you do not have a blue image candle. You have a white. So you have to turn into the white light, and then you have to purify it. You can back it up or flank it with your blues. Light blues if possible. Dark blues are for protection. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
You talking about the white light?
Yes.
Also say gold around it. What does that mean?
When you see the gold around it, honey,
White with the gold.
okay, that is like having or seeing the halo. All right, that means the vibration level that you are on or that the person that you are seeing is very, very high. And what is happening is you're being surrounded not only with the white light, but with the prism of gold, which is like of excellence, of enlightenment. Yes, honey?
You were talking about if you bind the candles and then you bury them after
Yeah.
you've done that. Well, what if you decide that's not something you want to do, if you dig it up and
You do a separation. In other words, you take it and you put it on your altar table. You take two others, okay, and you do the opposite. Then you take those, because they're right there, and you take them all and you remove them and you get rid of them. Big time.
And how far down do you bring them?
All the way. Every candle must be completed. All the way down to the bottom until the wick goes out. Sir.
Since I've never done this, I am skeptical. Is that going to weaken my ability?
It may somewhat, but not really. if you really put, see, you could be skeptical, but you want to give it a need for effort. You want to give it a shot. The idea is to get into that state of mind. Once you get into that state of mind, let me tell you something. Nothing in the physical universe has ever been put here without being created first by thought. So if you think it, you manifest it. Put yourself into it, honey. Give yourself the desire, the concentration, the energy, and everything that goes with it. And you will start to see results. Remember what I said. You may not get a lot the first time. Maybe you didn't put a lot of energy in the first time. So do it again. If I want it, I'll get it. Unless God has other plans. Yes, ma'am.
I think I got the answer, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
I think a reverse candle, red and black would be the
Yes.
right, correct one.
Yes.
I'm a part of a group of renters who own the homes in mobile home park, but do not own the land. The landlords are not selling the land to us, and they're squeezing us out, and we're losing our homes little by little. And so far, 20 have already lost it. So we have to come up against it and try to get the rent made to be a fair market price for the lots.
Okay, first of all, that's a designer. In other words, what you've got to do is call me, and I have got to know everything so I can tell you what to use against whom. In other words, is it a person, is it a company? How many are there? What am I up against? You see how you design? It's not this simple. You have to understand, what are we doing, what are we going after, what do we need? And please, please, don't just do one ritual and then that's it. Because you're not being fair to yourself, just to yourself, or to the opportunity of magic. Very quickly, sir.
Before I even burn any candle, I have to purify the area. Is that correct?
No. I had a young lady that asked that also. I said, if you are really going to continue to use a section, okay, of your home as a church, temple, sanctuary, or altar, then I would suggest you cleanse it. If I'm only going to do one ritual, and it's going to be portable, then you can. I have been trained, and I'm very traditional. I don't care if I was only doing one, I'd still consecrate the ground and clean the area. But there are those people who want to go right home tonight, and they want to start. It's okay. It'll work, but it'll work better when you build up the energy and you build up the power and you've got a sanctified area. Anyway, people, I hope that you have gotten a lot out of this. And I hope that if there are any other questions, do you have any other questions? Quickly. Yes, honey?
Okay, you've got your thing set up with your 2 soldier candles and your image candle. The image candle burns down in 7 days. What if your soldier candles are like only half burned down?
Everything must be completed for your ritual to be done. 48 to 72 hours after completion of the ritual is when you start to see some effect. And please, if you're driving a Volkswagen, don't try for a Ferrari. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your coming. And again, farewell, stay in balance, use the talent that I have given wisely.
Thank you.